So that was an 11 personnel one. And these are just kind of ones that we really executed that went. So here we're, talking about seeing and seizing opportunities, okay? One of the things that we really like is going FIB. So here, because if you go, there's a couple of things that are easy tip-offs in terms of game planning and seeing. Teams really only have one empty check, one unbalanced check, one FIB check, one condensed formation check. So here we got the condensed formation check. All right, they're playing a version of cover 6. On the motion into FIB, they're going to what we call 3 fox. All right, and they're trying to drop. They're bringing the whip down into run support to give you a 4-4 look. 4 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers. He probably should be dropping back. But again, we're in a condensed set. All right, so that's their check against the condensed set. And then on top of it, we're motioning to the boundary. So I imagine there's a bit of confusion for him. And now we're running zone into the boundary. This is where it looks bad, right? So if I pause it right here, if you count how many guys are in the C gap, you have number 0 here at defensive end, linebacker, whip, all guarding the space from the hashes to the numbers and this corner. Okay, so that's 4 dudes at the point of attack. They definitely have a guy to take away dive with the defensive end. They got this guy here to play the quarterback as he comes off of this. But because we went FIB, okay, we have one guy here and another guy here, all right, in terms of hat-wise. So as this thing develops, our quarterback makes the read, they take away dive, he comes off this thing, recognizes he can't run it, but look at how we've pinned these guys and have out-leveraged them. Bubble and throw. And this is something, too, where you're like, pre-snap, you're like, man, they got a lot of dudes down there at the point of attack. Well, when you out-leverage them, and to be honest with you, if our wide receiver blocked him, but, my expectations are not very high for that. And I just appreciate them getting hands-on. But he's coming off of this thing, and there's nobody there. Okay, so that's it's an easy. You're watching tape, and you're coming up with your game plan and stuff, and you're like, man, that would be an issue for these guys. Well, let's run it. Okay, well, we don't have it in our system to do that. Well, let's develop that and build it. Okay, introduce that concept and come up with the easiest way to coordinate it. And to be honest with you, when you coach at the college level or high school level, the guys have had 2 years of, at the high school level, it's none. At the college level, you have 2 years of high school football where you understand and learn an offense. So it's not like you're deleting anything from their brain or trying to add, call this one, purple. And here's purple this week, guys, and we're going to do this, and that's what it is. From the run, the upfront standpoint, we've got great movement, and look at most of the game is played off of a hash, so I always use the hashes as a rule of thumb. If you look at the right guard, okay, hops a little bit out of his stance, the center leans back, and see how he is off the hashes. Our running back, if given the ball, would be on the hashes. Okay, so he's on the hashes, and see how everybody's cleared out. Now you make an easier read because your O-line's better. It's an easier read for your quarterback because the defensive end has to come down further. So now you've got this linebacker in space having to defend our quarterback. And because our quarterback is a good decision maker, gets that thing out fast, and there's nobody there, and our slot turns out for a big play. So like I said earlier, all right, the ability to manipulate formationally and personnel is probably one of my favorite things about what we do offensively. Here we have our our slot in the sniffer position, much like he's playing H-back, okay? So we're FIB with this. We are motioning to the field, all right? Motioning to the field. And now we are running triple option football that way. So if I was breaking this down from like our tendencies and what we're able to do, pre-snap, I'm thinking here comes power read to the boundary or some sort of zone trap and attacking this side. So that's kind of difficult because that's a box play and then that's also a boundary play. Not to mention, we see this one-on-one matchup here. Now, granted, Valdosta's got a very, very, very good defensive backfield. So this is like, man, we could take advantage of this, but we'll be okay. You know, pre-snap. Now here comes motion. So now it's, okay, guys, forget everything that we just said. And once he clears here, you still have all of those same things. And we can run, because that's a slot, we can run sweep or, you know, jet read. We can run that power read back this way. We can run, you know, that zone trap that we've been seeing over and over again with this guy. We can run, you know, a naked concept where he's coming out here and hitting the flat. We've also got all of our pass game, you know, that's now there. And we just flip the strength of where we're probably going to attack. Now we bring him in motion and we're running triple option football. So in that short bit of time, that's how much strain that we've put on the defense to kind of come up with conceptually to deal with. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot of stuff that's there. And that's all through manipulation with the personnel. Now watch how this goes down. So we are running our triple option with zone. So quarterback's coming out. Again, he's going to read first level, so that's the defensive end, and it's a pull read. And then he's coming off of it, and he's going to be pitching off of the alley defender. He should be threatening him more, but he understands the space and opportunity, gets it out, and our slot has a pretty big play in space. And although I said big play, it's like 6 yards. Big play for me because I just look at the O-line so darn much. But here you look at this. So again, another, man, you just see it over and over again. So pre-snap, if I'm an O-line guy, you know, and you start doing your -1+1 and you're identifying the backers and all that stuff, here comes our motion. Okay, this is why we have to spot block everything. So now we got a 4-2 box. All right, look at the right guard, right tackle. Right guard gets square to the defender while he's moving. Tackle touches the hip, glides up. If that ball is handed off, he's going on a bang read down the hashes. Our center takes his open step, sees the defensive tackle go out. Our guard leans back, collects him. Our center turns vertical. And you see here, you know, every offensive lineman is working to their fit and getting somebody. And we're going to be a hat short because they still have number 10 and this whip that's playing in there. It's a pull, and we're attacking, you know, the opportunity that they're giving us, which is the perimeter to the field and getting some positive yardage. When we're running triple option, again, you want to have about 5 yards of space between the slot and the quarterback. Quarterback attacking the outside shoulder until that dude has declared to widen so much that, you know, tuck it and take off.